So this old lady comes home after her shift at the casino and was walking home, and these two fucking kids come up to her pulling her purse, and she tries to fight back, so one of the kids just shoots her in the head. Yo, what's cracking, guys? Alex with the bangers here. I hope you're all having a bomb ass day, because today I got a crazy story I wanted to share with you guys about the time I hung out with these troubled teens that later ended up in that show First 48. So if you guys find this story entertaining, please hit that like and subscribe button. I would appreciate it so much. Now let's get right into this story. Alright guys, so this story takes place in a city in Oklahoma. I'm not going to say which one exactly, so let's just leave it at that. Anyways, the day I met these teens, I was out chilling by the pool, minding my own business. Then this white boy comes up to me. He looked like he was about 17 years old. I was around 19. And like, he just asked me if I sold bud. And I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, do I really look like a fucking drug dealer? But my cousin was selling. So I asked him, how much do you need? And he says, just 10 bucks. And I'm just like, damn, that's all? Then he tells me that he'll smoke me out if I do this. So I'm just like, alright, bet. I could already tell that this dude was like a street kid. Like, his parents don't really supervise him at all, and he's just like outside doing hood rat shit with his bad fucking friends. So we start walking to a secluded area to smoke, and he starts telling me how he's a little bit like mentally retarded, and I'm just like, the fuck? Okay, like, I never asked, like, why would you even bring that up? Then he sees his other homeboy, and now we're walking to smoke, and it turns out we all lived in the same apartment complex. So after I smoked with them, I would see them around all the time. They would always say what's up to me, you know, stuff like that. You know, they were those typical like bad kids from the block. Like, that's who they were. One time I went cruising with them, just smoking in my car, driving around. But I didn't really like hanging out with these kids because they didn't have jobs. They were out just doing dumb shit, like being bummy and shit. I wasn't fucking with that. Fast forward like a year, I had already moved out, and this episode on First 48 was trending in my city because a lot of people went to high school with these kids, and I guess everyone was sharing the mugshot on Facebook. When I saw that same white boy, I'm just like, damn, what the fuck did this kid do? So I went on Google and looked up First 48, and the title was called Lost Boys. If you guys want to like check that episode out and see what kids I'm talking about. And what they did was a cold-blooded murder on an elderly lady, and the way they did it was there was like 4 of them, and they stole a truck, and when the truck ran out of gas, they decided they needed to steal another car so they can head back home. They were outside an apartment complex waiting for somebody to come out so they can just steal their car, and they had a gun on them. So this old lady comes home after her shift at the casino and was walking home, and these 2 fucking kids come up to her pulling her purse, and she tries to fight back, so one of the kids just shoots her in the head. And based on the interrogations, the other kids were just scared, and like they all snitched each other out like fucking dumb kids. Fast forward 2 years later, I was at a job orientation with 3 other people in the room, and out of nowhere we got into the conversation of how crazy the city is, and I told them about the story about that old lady that got killed and how I met that kid. And this older dude that was in the room was like, yeah, I know who she was. She was my neighbor in that apartment complex. And I was like, really? Were you there? And he's like, yeah, I was asleep. Then I heard a loud gunshot, so he got up and grabbed a bat, and when he went outside, he told us that he saw the life leave this lady's body and how trippy it was. And I'm just like, damn, what the fuck? Did you like move out after that? Then he's like, no, I'm still there. I'm just like, what the fuck? Then he also said that when the cops pulled up, the body was still laying on the ground, and like kids were headed to school, so he told the cops to like cover that up. And, you know, it was just crazy how like he told us that. It's a small world, like it's a small city, so that was pretty crazy that he told us that. The kid that shot her was the youngest one out of like the 4 of them, and I think he was like 14 years old, and that fucking kid got life in jail. The other 3 kids, if I remember correctly, only got like a few years due to the fact that they didn't really think it would get that bad. Like they didn't think that night was gonna be crazy like that, because they all snitched each other out. So anyways, I was a bit surprised that they murdered somebody, but I wasn't surprised that they went to jail. They were the type of kids that were gonna end up in jail off some dumb shit. And yeah, you guys, that pretty much wraps up this story. If you guys enjoyed, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys enjoy my life stories, I really appreciate that. I hope you guys are all having a bomb ass day. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.
Hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.